Oh my God. Fuck me. Hey, all of you.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Come here. Yeah, hurry up. Taste that.
We just
Taste that. Oh my God.
salty.
That is disgusting.
Yes, chef.
Who made that? Who fucking made that?
I put the extra salt in at the end, chef.
What's up, gamers? I hope you guys are all having a great day today. Just full of so much positivity and happiness, dude.
Why, thank you for that intro, Griffin. That's some gaming news to start off with. Because Griffin did the intro, let's start off with him. Now, he recently took a massive L about the 4090. Here's a clip.
People going like, you're encouraging Nvidia to constantly raise the price. Good, I fucking hope they double it next year, you sick piece of shit.
And now he's redeemed himself by taking the biggest W on YouTube for calling out this woman. Helena Taylor lied to everyone, and Griffin saw it from the beginning. He did his research. Here's a quick recap of all the bullshit she put out.
Hello, my name's Helena Taylor, and I am the voice of Bayonetta, and I would like to explain to you why I didn't voice Bayonetta 3. Bayonetta franchise made an approximated $450 million. What did they offer to pay me? The final offer to do the whole game as a buyout, a flat rate, was $4,000 US.
Unlike Review Tech USA, Moist Critical,
my sex toy training workout regimen makes the Navy SEALs boot camp look like a child's summer camp.
and Dreamcast Guy probably took the biggest L out of everyone. It was hilarious to watch, but they did their videos way too early saying, oh, boycott the game, where Griffin from the beginning did his research and blasted this woman from the get-go. So big dub to Griffin Gaming there. In other news, everyone for some reason is posting pictures of this cute cuddly guy from God of War Ragnarok. I can't wait to meet him. And then Alex goes and does this.
Lick it? Okay.
I don't know about you guys, but Alex can turn the guy's head, you know? And I don't even swing that way. Well, enough of the news for now. There's been so much happening the past few weeks, I can't keep up with it all. It's absolutely impossible. So for today, we're going to have a look at this Sony PlayStation Fanboy that says fanboys raging over Xbox Series S being called a potato, demanding devs to be fired. It's none other than Portorox77. Let's check it out.
Hey, what's up, my friends, my family?
It's family.
Fellow gamers, it's your boy Portorox77, your only friend these YouTube streets. And I want to talk about another example of lack of critical thinking skills among gamers. The use of emotion and feelings and stuff, which is really common, I think.
Oh yeah, emotion and feelings is really common in gaming. Only to fanboys is emotion and feelings common, because they get butthurt every time someone talks shit about their favorite game or their favorite plastic box.
In today's society. So I preface that with this. So if you haven't paid attention, a couple of days ago, news announcement about Got the Nines being only playable at 30 frames because of graphics, yada yada yada. You know, community's upset. But one developer from Rocksteady, while not talking about the game itself, he wanted to address how a lot of gamers don't understand what developers go through to try to get those high frame rates, especially while pushing graphical fidelities on these consoles and stuff like that. So that's really the point he was trying to make. It started a thread, and then within the thread he mentioned how Xbox Series S is pretty much a potato, to paraphrase, you know.
Okay, I'm sure we can all agree that Gotham Knights is a shit show. Now the first thing I'm going to show is the comparison to Gotham Knight, which is probably the closest thing to it. But oh my god, this Gotham Knight came out years ago and it looks so much better than what this current gen game is supposed to be. Honest to god, 30 frames per second and the game doesn't even look that good.
Pretty much saying that you know, it's holding, you know, the more powerful consoles back, Series X and PlayStation 5, and that developers have to just, you know, cater to it.
So what about Sony still developing games for the PS4? Do you think that's not holding back the next gen?
And other developers chimed in, liked this video, yada yada yada. Of course, you know, when somebody cracks a joke, takes pot shots, or makes a negative comment over these consoles, many people take it too far, right? huge backlash among, obviously, within the Xbox community.
Today, Junior!
I might have to speed this video up. I wish these fanboys would learn to edit it a bit better.
Many people, within them, the Xbox community, were in Rocksteady saying that they're no longer going to buy their game because they have professional biased developers, yada, yada, yada. And that's what I want to talk about. Many people in the community saying that developers should be unbiased and not make comments like that. And I'm sitting there thinking, a developer should be unbiased and not make comments like that. And I'm thinking, at what point did we get to in this gaming community where a developer is speaking on technology, good or bad, must factor in whether he's biased or unbiased?
The developer isn't biased or unbiased, they're just salty because the fans have called the game out for being a shit show to play at 30 FPS. Jesus, even on high-end graphics cards, this game runs like a bag of shit. Now the footage I'm showing is a comparison for the Xbox Series S, X, PlayStation 5 on the frame rate. Now you tell me how the Xbox Series S is holding these games back when it's running the same frame rate as the higher end consoles. And it'll show what it runs like on most 30 series graphics cards. Now tell me this game isn't poorly optimized.
I remember during the PS3 gen, the console just launched. It was maybe about a month after launch, maybe 2. Gabe Newell straight up came out and said that the PS3 was just a mistake and Sony just needs to scrap it and do over. He was pretty much right on the money in the sense that it was a very difficult architecture. The CPU really made things hard for developers in the industry. It was just not a well-designed console in terms of architecture, and it's proven to this day, because notice Sony still have not been able to push to be able to play PS3 games natively on the PlayStation 5. So the effects of the PlayStation 3 lingers on generations later, right?
Oh god, the PS5 can't do it, but I'll tell you what can. This little icon here, we double click. I don't want to update. This is the RCPS3 emulator. If I said that right. RPCS3, sorry, emulator, and it runs all these games natively. These are just demos. My PC has no problem running any of these at all, and there's no subscription fee, nothing. Now tell me where the PlayStation 5 is going wrong.
So he was right. If that statement he made, if he were to make it today, people would bash him because they would say he's biased, when all he did was state a technical fact based on his years of experience. But gamers today don't want that because it insults the brand as if they made the brand. Or if they have some part of it, or if it aligns with them, or as if the developers are talking shit about them directly. How you guys ended up associating yourselves and your personality with a plastic console is beyond. Like, listen, I enjoy PlayStation. I'm a primary PlayStation dude. But the insults, the mistakes, or the errors, or whatever, is not a reflection of me. I'm not responsible for anything PlayStation does. I'm not the one who's designing it, who's creating the products and stuff like that. I'm not answering up to Sony boards, whatever. I enjoy the product as long as the product delivers the stuff for me to enjoy.
You yourself associate yourself with a plastic box. Hang on. Otherwise, why would you make this video? You freaking idiot.
But now we can't have developers talk technical facts or address issues within the industry because now cheering for a specific platform has to be catered to, which makes no sense. If developers can't tell us the real deal behind these consoles or products, then who can? You expect the companies to tell you the truth? Understand this. When you look at the reality, right? Whether you like it or not, weaker hardware holds back stronger hardware because games are made for the minimum spec.
What the hell are you talking about? Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 looks absolutely stunning. It runs on old gen, current gen, and potato PCs, and the game looks absolutely fantastic and runs really well. Oh no, it's Alex here showing off how it runs on his PC, which is a very similar spec to mine. So where the hell's this energy coming from?
That is an absolute fact. It's always been that way. I don't understand how this conversation changed this gen. People are changing something that's been well known for generations simply to, again, cater to a console. Understand this. What you guys are ignoring reality just to cater to Microsoft's decision, that only hurts you, right? That only benefits the company. The more people damage control this, that's what Microsoft wants. So even Sony wants that. All companies want you to believe that weaker hardware doesn't hold back games. They want you to believe it because it allows them to make games at the lowest common denominator so they can achieve mass sales by having games made to a broader audience. If they were actually held to the standard that, like, no, you made the Xbox Series X, or the PS5, you will be those consoles will be the minimum spec, going forward, right?
Yes, but remember, there's a huge audience of PC gamers out there that can't afford the latest and greatest in hardware, like 4090s. So they need to cater to them audience as well to try and get as much money as possible, because that's how these companies work. Revenue.
Then that would be a tougher time for them, because now they will have to get PC architecture specs, if they will held to that standard, and all that. But because now we have gamers who are emotionally making decisions, because the idea is to protect the plastic box by protect what we get out of gaming, that somehow, that will actually help the company, and actually we lose out, We want to see what the best versions of the consoles can do, right? But Microsoft simply created the Xbox Series S simply to capitalize on a cheaper price point, to try to get console sales. The console was not designed with pushing the latest technology in mind. That was the Series X. The Series S is just simply, hey, let's see if we can just get a cheap console out there to gain some traction in the games themselves. That's all that console is. But as far as pushing gaming forward, that console's not doing that, and that's just the reality. There's no argument with that. It's been like that. That conversation of hardware holding back hardware is old, you know, and it's still relevant to this day. But the difference this generation, and I see it across the board, period, it's not just gaming, it's like in, especially politics, it's just across all types of subjects where people prefer emotional view. Like an expert can't talk a fact or a technical fact because if people don't like hearing it, then that's wrong.
No, I'm no game dev or expert myself, but I can tell when these devs are just being salty. Now I'm going to let Fratanga Plays show one of the tweets because I couldn't find one of the tweets myself. Take it away for it.
And so in the official Gotham Knights Discord server, one of the developers responded to the criticism with an announcement for everyone.
Hello everyone. I know many of you are wondering about the availability of a performance mode for Gotham Knights on consoles. Due to the types of features we have in our game, like providing a fully untethered co-op experience in a highly detailed open world, it's not as straightforward as lowering the resolution and getting a higher FPS. For this reason, our game does not have a performance quality toggle option and will run at 30 FPS on consoles.
I'd like to know what these special features in the game are. Not as straightforward as just lowering the resolution. Something you could do with every PC games and get yourself some more frames per second. What the hell is this developer talking about?
It's crazy, bro. We got to the point. So now, to go on, that developer, you know, shut down his Twitter. Now,
no wonder I couldn't find the bloody Twitter thread. I was searching for a long time too.
everybody's like, oh, see, he was wrong. No, he wasn't wrong. What he did was, he closed his account, but it's not permanently closed. If anybody has done a closed Twitter account, you know, you have up to 30 days to reopen it. So you still have your account. Like, the moment you close it, doesn't disappear. It's good for, you know, up to 30 days. All he did was just probably shut it down, so that way nobody would just keep adding him. Because I could just imagine the amount of harassment. I could just imagine, I can't even imagine how many tweets his job got, saying, oh, this guy, all the crime. Listen, I retweeted his post, and I was getting, you know, a lot of bullshit. But the difference is, you know, I'm built for that. That's like, you know, and I don't work for the gaming industry, so I have nothing to lose. Like, you know, so I'm not a game developer, so it's not like I'm worried about losing my job or impacting, you know, a game development company. Not me, you know, and I enjoy the agony that I get for Twitch. It's funny. It's actually funny seeing how much pain this causes people, which it shouldn't cause pain, you know, but it does. So it's different. But I cannot imagine how much stuff he's getting. He's probably getting stuff in the thousands. So he just temporarily shut down his account because you guys, it's emotional, man. I mean, we got to a point where developers that work in the industry, they work on these consoles, and they're telling you, yo, this is a problem. And I don't want to listen. And you know what? Because you don't want to listen, Microsoft's going to keep on doing this. Hell, to be honest, PlayStation could do that shit next year. They could release the PlayStation 6, and they'll have, like, you know, the $500 one, and then they release, like, a $300 one. Because gamers accept the bullshit. Because it's emotional. It's about protecting the brand. Instead of listening to developers who, technically speaking, third-party developers are unbiased. If a third-party developer is not unbiased, then who can? What? 343 Studios? They're the unbiased devs when it comes to things like Xbox? No. Third-party developers are probably the most unbiased because they have to work on everything or every platform that they're told to work on. So if they're telling you, yo, I'm working on with the Xbox Series X, I'm working with the PlayStation 5, the Series S and PC, and I'm telling you this is a problem, you might want to listen. But instead, you choose to be butthurt. This is your boy Porter Rock, so you let me know what you think, man. Let me know if what's happening with Xbox can eventually encroach over PlayStation, because I think it is. Because in my opinion, I think there's some dudes on PlayStation. Hell, there's dudes I talk to think PS4 ain't holding back PS5, which is, it is what it is. You let me know. Hit up the comment section, have the conversation. Let's start this up. Tell me what you think, all right? This is your boy Porter Rock.
I'll tell you what I think, Porter Rock. I think you should learn to edit your videos just to make them a bit shorter. Cut out them gaps, you know. But yeah, these developers are just salty. There are much more demanding games out there, as in graphically, that run on multiple systems. I reckon they're just being lazy. They had some development hell with Gotham Knights. Another game as well, Plague Tale Requiem, that one runs like a piece of shit on like all platforms, so that doesn't get excused neither. But like I've shown Alex's video of Modern Warfare 2, looks absolutely gorgeous, runs absolutely fantastic on a mid-range PC, which Alex's specs are very similar to mine. I think my CPU is above his. I've got a 9900K, he's got an 8700 or an 8600, I'm not too sure. But yeah, I don't get where this is coming from. The developers are just finding excuses to not optimize their games to more platforms and optimize them properly for the current gen platforms. That's why they're running at 30 FPS, which really is unacceptable. The dark age of 30 FPS for me was when I had my PS4 only. When I turned to PC gaming, 30 FPS, I've left it in the past. I will not sacrifice frame rate for fidelity ever. Anyway, that's it for me today. Let me know what you think, guys. What do you think of Gotham Knights' tragic launch? Plague Tale Requiem as well, running at 30 FPS. There's rumours of another game as well, but I don't remember which one it was. They're only going to run 30 FPS, and the dark age of 30 FPS, I thought we'd left that behind us. I really would like to know what you guys think. Would you be happy with running your games at 30 FPS? Or would you prefer to just leave the game alone until it gets a 60 FPS or above patch and be better optimized? I don't run my games at that frame rate at all, if I can help it. Let me know what you think at the bottom. Please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe if you so choose to, and thank you all for the recent subscriptions. You guys are the best. I'll catch you later.